So, what I'm about to talk about in this video, I hadn't really thought of before, um, but just thought of it in relation to my last video. Um, can we get something going here? There we go. I'm gonna find an animation I like for. We'll try this one. It's slow enough. So, one thing that I found was very difficult for me throughout, I would say, like late high school through college, and then um, it got better for a while, but then it came back after a few years of being post college. Is feeling a sense that there isn't like much hope, and I think hope to someone who is feeling, let's say, depressed or just not enjoying their life overall. Um, I feel like hope can feel a bit like a sales trick to those people in that circumstance, because it's like, okay, well, this is kind of like the hey, I can't pay you back now, but I can pay you back later of life with hope. So it becomes pretty unappealing, I think, as like a pitch, which is ironic because I think it's like one of the first things that people reach for when someone is struggling is to tell them like, hey, you can't give up on hope. Um, I would like to think that I can kind of see both sides of it at this point, but I think the reality, the truth as I perceive it, is that when you look around in the world today, and you're objective about the trends and what is happening and what has been going on for, let's just ballpark, the last 50 years. It could be more than that, it could be less, depending on whatever your view is. Um, we are on a downward trajectory socially and societally. And if somebody doesn't think that, I think that they are lying to themselves. And the first part of solving any problem is like defining it well and understanding it. And you can't understand something that you're not being honest about. Honesty is a prerequisite to get to a point of understanding. So if someone is not being honest about the situation globally that um, things are heading in, uh, they are in for a rude awakening um, in the event that things don't recover before that point, which I don't think is undetermined. In any event, what I'm driving at is I think that there are very real reasons to look at the world and say that there's not a ton of reasons for hope. There are reasons for hope. I made like the video about Bernie Sanders as a inspiration. Um, Obviously, I mean, there's others like Kendrick Lamar, Jon Stewart. These are some I just think of at the top of my head to throw out that I think most people know. So there are, and other people might not consider them heroes. There are heroes of mine. I'll put it that way. And so through heroes, you can find hope. But I will say that there's not that many heroes, I don't think, right now. Uh, I don't think that that's even a controversial statement at all. If you just look at the state of the world today, like we don't have an FDR or a uh, Abraham Lincoln or great, I would even say like civil rights leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. Like, we haven't had these types of figures in our like social consciousness for decades, it feels like. And there's a huge vacuum. It needs to be filled. Um, but and that I guess is where I will funnel the point into this. Um, if you look at the world, maybe there's not much reason for hope. You need to create that hope yourself. If you can't find hope in the world. You need to create it yourself. Step up, become somebody who provides a source of hope for others rather than being someone who looks to others for hope.